Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make beats for Glock40spaz. He's been popping off a lot recently, dropping single after single after single right after his most up-to-date album Baby Woe 2, which we're gonna be pulling a lot of inspiration from today, like songs like Back to the Trap, Manhunt, also Whole Nother State. I'm just gonna be running through everything for you guys, like the melody, the drums, the effects, down to even the automations if we have anything. Alright, let's look at this melody. I also have like this little bridge over here, and that also sounds pretty cool with two different melodies I added on for it. Sound like this. Now we can actually go into like what I did and breaking it down. So the first thing that I started off with this in this beat is this pattern right here, and this sounds like this. I went onto this little ARP that I laid down. The third piece of the melody is actually this. That's it, just a nice little lead. Then we also added this counter right after, which sounds like this. Then we added this little like lead that's just like string lead. Then I'm pretty sure after we added that lead, we went to this. I don't have the MIDI from when I made it, but I'm pretty sure it's just, oh, it's actually this chord progression. This exact same chord progression, but I had to export it because it was taking up too much space. But over here in the bridge, we added this chord progression. Very cool, very spooky. Then we also added this bass for this. Alright, let's get into the effects. It looks like on this one, the ARP, which sounds like this. All I added was some cold fire. This is a really good distortion that I like to use for a lot of like my melodies, especially for these types of melodies. I went with the digital sweep sub preset, and I didn't change anything on here. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with any knobs. Then for the other effect, it's the shaper box. It is the Fuse V2 1 preset, and without any of these two, this is how it sounds. With them. And number 4 is this counter melody. And all I added was a little bit of shaper box. And without it sounds like this. And with this sounds like just a nice little delay. This portal preset was actually for this pattern, and it's not in the mixer track anymore, but if you're interested, if you want to find the preset for it, it's called Artifact. Let's look down the line. But after I exported that pad, I actually added more effects onto it. I added EFX Refract. Usually I just keep it as the classic preset, the regular default preset. And then after that, I put on some EQ for this. That looks like it's it for all of my effects. But we'll go ahead and get into the drums. The drums for this one are fairly easy. There's not really a lot of like open hats, snares, or anything like that. Pretty simple, like a 2-step hi-hat, regular 8-bar clap, 1 open hat throughout the whole entire thing. But this is how the drums sound like. Then with the second 808. Then we also have this little like snare drop at the end. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the drums. Hi-hat's very simple. It's just a two-step. Same thing with the clap. I'm gonna just keep adding them on the more we go. The only thing unique about this hi-hat is that I added like a second one, and all it really does is just like this little drop down at the end. It sounds like this. Then for the clap, sounds like this. This is the first, and this is how the first 808 sounds. This is like a beginning, like the shot that you hear like in a lot of like Glock beats. This is just like an open hat that just plays like once. I don't ever really add effects to my drums. If I really do want to get like, if I ever do want to get like kind of saucy with my drums or like show you guys a little bit of sauce, I just say fuck around with the velocities a lot, do whatever you want with them. Then if you go down to control, you can mess with the panning, the release, the cutoff frequencies, the pitching. You can do a lot from here. So I would say like do a lot from here. 3-pointer. But this is what this first pad sounds like. And this is what the second one sounds like. Same thing, just copy pasted. Take a look why we did it. I'm pretty sure I just put that down just so I can have like a little bit of like a top end on the pads because both of the pads are playing like a somewhere around the middle. I wanted like a little top end pad, so I added that. This fourth instrument, I know we have a good amount of like effects on it, but this is what this fourth instrument sounds like. I really wanted to go for like that lead type of sound that you hear like in a lot of Glock beats where it sounds very, the best way I can describe it is like danger, very like hyper, very like it very much pushes the beat forward in the song, and this is how it sounds. I put on some halftime on it, and I just kept the default. Didn't really mess around with it. Then I also put some cold fire on it. Put on the radio fail preset. Without it, this is how it sounds like without it. Not all that great, but you put this on, sounds pretty cool. But this is how that brass sounds. That should sound like Jaws. But after that, we have this little ARP thing right here that we just have, or no, actually it's a phrase by Shark, by A Shark. You guys should go check him out. A lot of like sauce is from A Shark's kits, so I would highly recommend go checking him out. But he made this phrase that I just kept having on a pattern and a one the whole entire time. Don't know if I added any effects for it. I did actually add a little bit of shaper box. Don't really know what I think I actually made this preset. Yeah, I did. I did make this preset. I turned it down a little bit, but this is how it sounds fully. Then it's just like that for the whole entire beat. And after that, we went with the little tubular bell. and it's like that the whole entire time. That's pretty much it for the melody. There's not really a lot going on with the melody besides like one really predominant main melody. Everything else is kind of just like an add-on. So with the drums, I wanted to do like a little bit more with them, to make them a little bit more spammy and not like so dull. So that's why they're gonna sound pretty hyper. But this is how the drums sound by themselves. There's nothing switching or too crazy about the drums. Like in some areas of the beats, like I'll have like these types of moments, like where it's like a four count, but I do it with the melody as well, so it sounds a little cool. That sounds pretty cool, but there's also like some breaks like here and there, but the breaks will just be something like this. Just a way to add on to your drums without really adding on. If in reality you're taking away, but less is more sometimes. That's all I can really say about this beat. It wasn't really a lot. It was actually a pretty simple beat, just carried by like a lot of good sounds. But yeah, we'll go ahead and play the full beat for you guys one more time. As long as with the tag down at the bottom, we got the little 3 mil tag.
3-pointer.
But let's go ahead and play the beat for you guys one more time.
3-pointer.
As well as the other beat, I'm gonna be putting them down in the link in the description below. I'm gonna be putting the zip file and all the sounds into like a nice little folder for you guys if you guys want to go snoop around to see like what I really did. If you guys just want to poke around and mess with anything in the beat, be my guest. It's not gonna change my version of it. So if you guys really want to go ahead and just take a look at it, go ahead. It's down there and it's for free. But again, that's how you make beats for Glock40spaz. I'm gonna try to make more videos like this for you guys. The last time I said that was over a year ago and I haven't made a video until now. So hopefully that's just not me talking or me. If you guys have any more questions about these types of beats, just hit me up on Discord. I'm gonna put my Discord down below, as long as my server, as long as my Telegram. Anything that you want to do in order to contact me about beats or business inquiries are gonna be down there. But hope you guys have a great day. See ya.